festival for spring 2013. Today we have City of Stages. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Okay, so let's start with the first question. This is the second time that you guys are performing at the Land Rock and Metal Festival here. How's your experience back then, back in 2012?
It was great. We had a really good turnout, considering that was the first year we started playing live shows, correct? Yeah?
Yep.
I mean, that was the first year, yeah.
Yeah. How's it feel to be back?
Well, we were pretty stoked when Camden asked us to return for this festival. Like Mike said, the first one was a pretty good turnout, and we feel like we had a good representation of what we like to do. And since then, we've had a couple months in working on our new record. So I think we've got to play a lot of new songs this time. So I think that's a little bit different from the first festival. Is we got to play a lot of new stuff.
How did City of Stages start out? What's the history of the band up to the present?
Well, it's Mike and Christoph. I guess you guys got that one, huh?
Yeah, we grew up in high school and middle school together, and we always wanted a metal band, and he joined the Navy. As soon as he got out, we were like, let's start a metal band. I met some crazy guy named Ron, and he knew Steve, and he goes, hey, I know a drummer.
He's my best friend.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
So we met Steve, and then Steve had Matt, and I just put signs around, and then we got Cole. So that's how we formed.
Yeah, it's pretty much, Mike and Christoph were together for a while. They've been longtime friends. Me and Steve have been longtime friends.
Not by choice.
And we all have the same taste in music. So they kind of brought me in I was a space filler. They needed a bass player, and I kind of was like, all right, I'll fill in, for the time being. And it was working out, but it really wasn't working out. So then I tried out screaming in front of the guys, and at that point in time, it was working. So we decided to bring a bass player on instead, and that's when Cole got in contact with us. And pretty much we never looked back. We got Cole a part of us, and that kind of completed everything. We were kind of worried because the four of us got to be really close, and we were a few guys, and we had chemistry. So we were afraid that when we brought somebody on, it was going to kind of maybe mess with that a little bit. But we were really fortunate and lucky with how well Cole blended with our sense of humor, our style of playing, and she brings her own taste to the mix. So we got really lucky with Cole.
It's kind of salty.
Salty.
Yeah, salty. Yeah, the taste.
Yeah. So what kind of diverse mix of influences does the band have?
Oh, wow.
We got Metallica.
Christoph needs to start this one.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's Metallica, and what was it, Yanni?
Yeah.
Metallica, Yanni, Scar Symmetry, B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, it's...
Don't worry, I like Yanni, so.
I guess for me, it's a little bit more, I'm a 90s baby, so I grew up with, early Offspring, early Green Day, Nirvana, and then, more recently, I have more of a post-hardcore taste with maybe a little bit of punk, something like
Nelly,
like Census Fail and Silverstein, that kind of thing. So that's my influences.
Okay. Yeah. What influences do you have in common then? What's the one band or two bands you'd say are the...
We all like a Monomarth, I know that.
Yeah.
And another band, let's see. Gosh, that's hard.
I think it's so different. I don't really think we have one band that specifically we all have in common. But I think that's an actual plus, though, because everybody has their own unique taste, and that's what everybody brings to the table.
And when you listen to our music, you're going to hear those different styles come out. Because, again, he's Metallica, I'm indie, rock, punk, So when we mix, it works. Amazingly enough, it meshes well.
My style is just way too Kirk Hammett.
Yeah.
Way too Kirk, man.
And Steve's into, house music,
House music. I listen to all this house music before we start playing shows.
So I don't know what the hell that's about. You know, this is.
I love it.
This is weird. Now that we're actually getting this out in the open, I'm like, what the hell are we doing in a band together?
I'm out. See you guys.
Okay.
What the hell?
As a self-producing independent sort of band, what kind of success has the band achieved? Is there any high points in your career or something?
I would say a good high point was last weekend. We got to drive down to Miami and play in the Kryptonite Metal Festival.
I wanted to go to that one.
It was awesome, man.
And amazingly enough, we had a lot of people out
Yeah.
there listening to us, which we didn't expect anyone to come out, which was a bonus. We're like, wow, you know. And I think the most accomplishing thing is the fact that people like our stuff. It's like you're always afraid being a band and kind of having a different sound dick, and
The sound
that
dick.
that people won't like you, and they always want us to come back, which is nice. You know, it's fulfilling. Every day we're together, we're always making steps forward, and that to me, that's accomplishing.
Yeah.
You know, that's
And I mean, I think our first major accomplishment was getting our EP together and releasing that. And then I would say a close second is this new record that we're working on. We're getting ready to release a new record this spring. It's called Harboring Destruction, and it's our first full-length record. And unfortunately, Cole wasn't with us when we recorded our EP. She joined shortly after the release of that, so she's been deeply involved in the whole writing process of this new record. And it doesn't sound like anything we've done so far, but it is our signature style. So I would say that's a close second as far as accomplishments go.
Okay. What is the choice of equipment for City of Stages, whether it's recording or live?
Well, basically, I'm using Crush drums, 10, 12, and 16. Hopefully here soon when we get more shows and more books, we're going to start getting sponsored by what we use as a gear. Yeah.
What about guitars?
Splon.
Splon amplification.
Splon?
Yeah, Splon, yeah.
ESP guitars.
ESP guitars, not LTD, ESP.
Midas.
And then, and we got, we use Mesa.
Mesa boogie cabinets.
Yeah.
And then as far as like recording,
What about the bass?
Yeah, what about the bass?
oh, sorry.
Fender for the guitar and Ampeg for amp.
And then as far as recording what we do in the studio, we got a nice collection of mics in our cabinet. We're using SM57s, SM58s.
This mic.
Yeah, that mic right there. We got a
Cardinal.
An Electrovox Cardinal. We have a blue baby bottle that we like a lot. We use a lot of PreSonus gear as far as our interface and our
iMac,
our compression and EQs and stuff. There's a lot of PreSonus gear. Pretty much, that's about it.
Yeah. And if we can get sponsored by and endorsed by all of them, that would be perfect.
What inspires this band in general? Like, what subject matters do you cover lyrically, thematically?
That's you, man. You and Paul.
I think for me, I always like to keep it positive. I like positive lyrics, and so that's what kind of inspires me when I'm writing. And honestly, I was just thinking about it. When I'm inspired to write, it's actually when I'm driving into downtown Orlando and I'm looking at like the city,
The skyline.
yeah, and I'm on 408, and I'm always like, shit, I'm in my car and I can't write this stuff down right now. But yeah, I thought that was a funny thing for me.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's cool that she says like keeps it positive, and that's probably a major change from our last record to our new record. The last record, I kind of had a bunch of material already kind of compiled, and a lot of it is kind of dark. You know, I was going through a lot of stuff at that time, so a lot of it does have a little bit of a dark undertone, and being able to get that out and lay it down and get rid of it was kind of a refreshing point. And then with this new record, you know, Cole and me have been writing a lot for this new record, and it is a lot more positive. It's still Cole and I. I'm sorry. I'm grammarly challenged. But me and Cole. So Cole and I have been writing a lot on this album together, and it does seem a lot more positive, but at the same time, it still goes pretty hard.
How's it been playing with such a gathering of bands and musicians across a wide variety of styles and places like this?
Oh, this is a fun one too.
Oh, it's been awesome. We've met dicks, and we've met great people. More great people than dicks, but that's part of the industry. And then
I would say being able to play like at festivals like this. We played the last DeLand Rock and Metal Festival.
Yeah.
We got to meet a lot of cool bands, and that was the first time we actually met a band, Silent Mara, who we just actually played with in Miami, and they're playing again today. They're a great group of guys. They put on a hell of a show. If you get a chance to check them. But we've met so many great bands, and
it's all about helping each other out too. We're in the music industry. We need to just watch out for each other and help each other grow, because it's hard. It is, and watch each other's back. Yeah, that's it.
You think this festival will top the last one?
Oh yeah, I think this one will top.
It's already better. It's a better turnout, I think.
Yeah.
Already?
Oh yeah, for sure. The stages are amazing.
I think each year they're kind of stepping it up. This year they added a stage. The food vendors look a little bit like they stepped up a little bit too. And already, for being as early as it is, there's a really good turnout.
Really good crowd, right?
Yeah. Do the members of City of Stages participate in other projects, musically or otherwise?
Yeah, we've been in bands before.
But currently nobody's not doing anything else.
Okay.
I produce a little on the side, but not really into anything else.
Yeah.
You kind of answered the next question, sort of. What can we expect from City of Stages in the oncoming future?
Oh, shirts, toys, video games, apps.
Not a damn thing.
A comic book.
And then a TV series.
Yes.
I guess the major thing that's coming up for us is our new album. Like we said, it's Harboring Destruction is the title. It's a full-length record. We got 12 songs going on this one, opposed to the 6-song EP that we put out last time. All of the artwork is done for it. The drums are finished recording. We're going to spend the next month or two finishing guitars and vocals on that. Shout out to Bro Bradshaw with Brilliant Engine. He's the one who's done all of the artwork for the album. He's done the artwork for upcoming t-shirt designs. He's amazing, so definitely go check out Bro Bradshaw.
What kind of advice and insight would you give to an upcoming band in the Florida music scene?
Get out of Florida.
Come on.
I'm kidding.
Don't get stuck in it's gonna sound bad, but the same place, playing at the same venue over and over again, because you don't want to. Sorry.
Sorry.
My golden moment.
Sorry.
No, but don't get stuck in one place for a long time. Always make that step forward to the next place,
Switch it up.
That's pretty much the advice.
Yeah.
Always make a move forward. If you're not making a move forward in anything, just quit.
Yeah, progression is definitely a key. And then I would also say networking.
Yeah.
When you come out to a show, talk to other bands, talk to promoters.
Be nice.
Get your name out there and be courteous. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Nobody likes dicks, and nobody wants to work with dicks. So, I mean, networking is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's it from what?
No.
I'm not a dick. My name's not Richard.
Well, that's it for my questions. Is there anything else would you like to say to the audience?
Thank you for your support. Your support means everything. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without you guys, so thank you very much. Be sure to go check us out on Facebook, give us a like, download all of our music for free. SoundCloud, yeah. Pretty much anything.com/City of Stages, you'll be able to find us. And the newest thing we have going on right now is getting ready to launch our website, so www.cityofstages.com. Be sure to go check that out. You'll be able to have all the information about our upcoming album. All of our songs are on there. All of our videos are in there. You'll be able to pretty much get any up-to-date information through our website. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sticking around.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're actually writing a script. It's about teenage vampires and werewolves, and there's a little bit of a love story in there too. It's called
Oh, yeah,
Twidark.
Yeah.
Twidark.